Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name's Caitlin from Florals.com, and today I have another Challenge Your Stash YouTube hop that I'm a part of. So for this month's YouTube hop, we are doing a theme of sparkle / glitter. So I'm really excited to dive into this. Mine happens to be a holiday page. I'm really into holiday scrapping right now, especially since it's the season. But it doesn't have to be a holiday layout, so I hope you guys play along with us this month. Definitely a fun one. I know that I don't use glitter and sparkle enough on my layouts, even though I have a ton of it, but I am featuring these beautiful sparkly trees, and I found these in the kids craft section in the foam section, and I just had to use them. And I really like the alternative color scheme I picked for this layout. My background paper is from the Craftsmith paper pad from Michaels, the Winter Wonderland collection. And I plan on using a ton of stash on this layout. I have some really old Christmas stash I need to use, so I'm combining new and old on this layout. So right now I'm looking for another piece of paper to go along as a bottom strip on my layout, so right beneath the photo, about 2 inches. I thought I was going to use this red color, but I decided I don't want a traditional color scheme, plus I didn't like the way this looked. So I'm not using this paper, but this red pattern paper is from DCWV. I have a 180 page stack of DCWV paper. It's one of the thinner papers, but I still like to pull it out all the time to use it for my layouts, especially for layering. So I just put down some snowflake washi tape that is white and blue, and that is from Recollections. I decided to pull out this metallic paper from DCWV's Minty Lace collection, and it's definitely the perfect paper for this layout. I cut a 2.5 inch strip, and it is perfect. It's reminiscent of Christmas time with the beautiful ornate pattern, but it's also very plain and just has the perfect color scheme for this layout. Plus it adds a little more hint of shine for the challenge that we're doing. So now I'm going to bring in more washi tape. This one is a light blue one, and this is from last year's Christmas collection by Recollections. And then I'm also using a gold one, this tiny thin gold strip, which is from this year's Recollections collection. The blue one was in one of those giant tubes, while the gold one was in a small set of 5 that I showed you guys in a recent haul. So now I am looking at a bunch of embellishments that I have. Clearly I want to put my trees all the way across, so I'm laying those out. But I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for my photo layers, and I have all of these stickers. These ones are by K & Company, although I do not use them on this layout because there's too much red in them, and I did not plan on using any red. I'm also using these super old Rub-Ons, which are from 2008, if you can believe that. And you'll see that I test them on paper later to see if they will still work properly, and they did. I'm quite surprised that they did, but they worked beautifully. Just a little bit of extra elbow grease. Now I am trimming down my papers, or my photo, so I can fit on a 6x6 paper. And this 6x6 paper is from the Oh Joy collection by Pink Fresh Studio, and it's a light blue pattern. And then I'm going to mount my photo again with a green pattern paper, which I'll pick out later. I also have this wood veneer house I wanted to use. I end up using it later and not in this tree cluster. Even though it would have looked okay down there, I do put it up in a different cluster later. So this is the light green paper I'm going to mount my photo on again. I wanted to bring in more green, and this light green one is from that DCWV winter stack that's 180 pages. I'm not even sure if they make those paper pads anymore. I know they used to make a ton of them with the thinner paper, but now they've been really stepping up their paper quality and making it overall better. So I'm thinking about the layout of my Christmas trees, and I decided to finally take the house out, and I will put that on later. I'm really wanting to use some of these rub-ons. Right now I'm testing one of them out, and it worked fine, so I know I can use these on a layout and not have to worry. But I'm going to make a cluster in the upper left to balance out the bottom. I thought about doing my ripping the paper technique, but since this isn't a double-sided paper, I figured it wouldn't look as nice as if it were a double-sided paper. So I'm starting to look through all of my chipboard pieces because I've been addicted to chipboard pieces lately, which is a weird thing to be addicted to using because I don't have that many. I have about 5 chipboard sheets maybe. I'm also looking at some of my die cut pieces from Echo Park to get some more unique shapes on the page, but I end up not using any of those as well. And what I do decide to use is a Project Life card from Ellie Studio. So a pocket page card from one of their Christmas collections. I don't think it's the 'Tis the Season collection. It was the one before that called Joyful. There we go. And it's this beautiful snowflake one, which I didn't look at first, and then I pulled it out again. And you know, there's no snow on this layout, and it is Christmas morning, and the trees don't make any sense, but I just really like the way this turned out. It doesn't have to be super themey scrapping. I've realized you can do whatever the heck you want, whenever the heck you want. Here's where I'm using the rub-on on my Project Life card, and it's a nice shade of a blue-green, which will match this layout color scheme perfectly. And it's kind of shaking the camera a little bit. Sorry if that bothers you. Hopefully it goes by quickly. I know it took a lot of time, so and there we go. So I will trim the Project Life card down because a 3x4 was a little bit too big to work on this layout since the photo is quite small since I trimmed it down. But this layout's coming together quite nicely. The thing that takes me the longest is probably gluing down the trees, and that's only because I have to use liquid adhesive on the back as well. So I cut down that Project Life card and set it up there. I pulled out my washi tape box again, and I pulled out a Christmas tree one and then one that says Merry Christmas. I used the Merry Christmas washi tape on the bottom of that pocket page card from Ellie Studio, so it just says Merry Christmas a bunch of times with little moons and stars in a gold foil, so it really brings out more of that metallic feel for this layout. So now I'm going to commit to where my photo is going and gluing down all of these little trees. They are self-adhesive, but I feel as though it would not hold up because I could just go back and peel them up myself. So what I decided to do is temporarily tack them down with their own adhesive and then go back behind them and put in liquid adhesive. That is the best way to get them to stay more securely. You can't guarantee your scrapbooks are going to last forever because paper can deteriorate as well as other things, but you can try to make it last as long as possible by using the correct glues as many times as you can on all the products. So once I am done creating my little forest here, I just randomly changed up the colors and tried to make them all work together. This pack of foam trees came with 2 sizes for each color, so it worked out relatively well to get some different heights in there and just making it work. So now I'm thinking I want to make some scatter throughout my tree, so I pull out some wood veneer stars, or asterisks, whatever you want to call them, as well as some wood veneer hearts. Since I have the wood veneer house at the top left, I figured I should put them wood veneer elsewhere so you guys can get the feel that the wood veneer is on the entire page. And I'll also even pull in the wood veneer when my title comes along. You guys can see that towards the end is when I put my title on. But we are almost done here. I really love the way this layout turned out, especially using something so unique like these glitter trees. It's just one of those items you wouldn't think to pick up at the store, but since they were only 90 cents, it was a great deal. I picked them up and I really love them. So if you haven't watched my vlogs yet, I have a couple of Vlogmas vlogs where I go to Michael's and take you guys with me and give you some tips on where to look for cute crafting supplies, so definitely check those out if you haven't yet already. And I tried to use another rub-on for my title, but there was pink and reds in the rub-ons and I didn't want to add in another color all of a sudden, so I go with these glitter thickers from American Crafts. I'm not 100% sure on the style, but I use that washi tape with trees on it underneath, and then I put Oh Joy, and that O is from Freckled Fawn. I love Freckled Fawn wood veneer and washi tape, so definitely check them out. I have a link to them over on my blog if you'd like to support me and give me some referral points at no additional cost to you. I have lots of referral things over on my blog, and of course I'd always love to hear from you guys what you guys like to see, so definitely leave me some feedback here or on my blog. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll have close-up shots at the end, and thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe because there's giveaways upcoming soon. Talk to you guys later. Bye!